What's up, guys? I just found a really cool way to use Claude to help me make my blog post that can be really long, more visually appealing, which will just help me tell a better story. So let's go. So I was stuck. I had this long blog post, a lot of text on keyword governance, and I wanted some kind of visuals to kind of cut it up a little bit. So I just dropped in parts of the blog post and asked it for some ideas. And it asked me questions. And what I really like is its ability to draw these visualizations. So I would never screen grab this and put it into a blog post. But what it would do is serve as inspiration for me to draw something out in Canva. On a scale of 1 to 10, my impression scale, maybe put it at a 4. Like, let's make another visualization. And I was like, oh, snap. This is a 6 out of 10. It works. I could cut this up and drop it into my keyword governance blog post pretty much instantly. And then I started getting cute, y'all. So I was like, yo, can you make me an interactive tool that goes into the blog post? And it was like, sure, I will. And what it basically did, and what I'm thinking of when I think of keyword governance, is like, there's different rules in an organization. So you might say, for some reason, I feel I can win better on local pack type keywords. So I'm going to increase that priority and give it a score. And I'm going to select a division. All right. I'm like, this is great. So I said, give me another version of it. And it came back with this. And I was like, oh, damn. So now it's like, hey, if there's a certain competitor present in the SERP, sometimes if you see like Amazon ranking at the top, you're like, I'm not going after that keyword. So imagine if we could just go in and say, hey, if a competitor is present in the SERP and my conversion rate is less than or greater than Y, then I want to increase that priority by 5 points. And the division that is affected by that, let's just say it's local SEO. So I then asked it to do a little bit more for me. So it rebuilt it in a way that allowed me to put in a secondary division. So now I can say local pack. Let's just say my spend is greater than 10,000, right? So I'm taking this SEO and paid data and saying, hey, if I have a paid keyword and the local pack is present and I'm spending over 10,000, then I'm going to be like, yo, that's a low priority for me to spend time on that content for whatever reason. So I'm going to give it a negative 5 point so that when I aggregate these scores, they'll drop. The division, let's just say technical secondary division is paid. And you can see what it's starting to build for me is my hypothesis. So if local pack is present and spend is greater than this, then decrease my priority. And imagine a world now where you could prioritize all your keywords, because we see hundreds of thousands for some of our clients based on this prioritization framework. So now, for me, this is amazing because now I have a great prototype. I could take it to a client and show them like, hey, what do you think about this? But also I can embed it in my blog post. You can see my blog post. And before I was using this like wordy stuff to try to explain the concept. And what you're going to see is an animated GIF in here. Well, this is the beauty of working with smart people. I said, guys, I'm trying to get this thing in. I'm trying to figure out 1,001 different ways to get this into the blog post. And this is why I've been on this kick. I haven't talked about it much. Why working with a bunch of smart people who also want to grow and also want to help each other is just so much fun. So, I pinged a couple people in the company. I showed them what I was trying to do. Chris Baker jumps in, Ethan jumps in. They help me start to look at, I'm pasting code in that I don't know what the heck it does. Literally, Sasha was like, yeah, I built it for you. So here it is, live. I can literally embed it, right? So this is one of those things that I just love about the power of AI is I'm able to build out a prototype. So here's the big takeaways, guys. One, I think so often we've written blog posts on our sites that have just so much text that we feel like there should be some way to better visualize this. Well, just ask Claude, copy and paste in the parts of the blog post that you feel could be visualized better and see what it comes up with. Sometimes you might just get a banger. The next thing is, I think all of us can step our game up a level now and say, how can I build out interactive assets and tools that I can embed into the site where I can make it and take it almost all the way to the end? And maybe you'll just need a developer to help you also figure out how exactly do I take it from a flawed set of code into something I can embed on the site. And if you're like, I can't get any developer time like you can to help me out, then Sasha also mentioned that if you tell Claude to write the app using HTML, vanilla JavaScript, and CSS, it literally could give you the HTML for you to copy and paste it. I've done it with mine, and I got pretty darn close, and it looked pretty good, which made a better piece of content for the people who visit it. All right, y'all, best of luck.